What is up, YouTube? I am back with another video, and I just want to talk about my thoughts on episode 3 of Daredevil Born Again, okay? Did it continues the highs of the last couple episodes? And it did. I enjoyed it. This will be a spoiler section of the show, so if you don't want anything spoiled about the show, just leave, go watch the episode, and come back. This is a very solid episode. It was basically about the trial of White Tiger and him against the corrupt police and stuff like that. And it was a very solid episode. The whole main plot line, the main plot of the episode was very solid. I wanted to talk about the B plot line. Did Kingpin get cheated on? Like, is that what happened? Is that because they were arguing in the counselor's office or whatever, and Vanessa was like, "You're punishing me for Adam," and I'm like, "Who the fuck is Adam?" So did Kingpin get cheated on when he was away? Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, that's kind of insane. Like, I don't know. From what the previous seasons gave me from Vanessa, it kind of feels weird that, like, oh, he did disappear, I guess. That's what they said, they established. But still, though, she was such a ride or die. She was like, I'm going to wait for you till you get out of prison in season 1. Oh, we'll get through whatever together. Was willing and ready to murder and kill people and be by himself, knowing all the messed up things that he did and all the horrible things he done. But he steps away for a while and you automatically go bounce on someone else's meat. It's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be open and honest. When I heard them, I'm like, wait a minute, what? So I don't know. They gotta establish this. They will have to explain it to me. It's weird because they did this thing. It's so weird to me because before the writing overhaul, I'm so glad that they overhauled this, because if they just went out with what they did, this would have been absolutely trash. Because you do a time skip, everyone get recast instead of Wilson Fisk and Daredevil, and then you have all of a sudden where he getting cheated on and Matt Murdock's with this whole nother girl. So I'm glad they did this rewrite overhaul, because like if you didn't have the original actors in this stuff, it would have been such a bogus, like I would not have liked the show as much. It would have been a dumpster fire. I'm interested to see where that goes, especially with him being mayor and stuff like that. I'm interested to see where it goes. And so it kind of shocked me hearing that, where it's like, okay, whoa, like what happened here? I wanted more. And it kind of goes back to what I said months ago when I dropped the whole video about how like the binge model is the best model for streaming services. And all the people in my comments are talking about, oh my god, you're such a consumer, like waiting week by week adds onto the story and stuff like that. Bullshit, okay? Because some of your favorite shows that came out during the binge model got popular because of the binge model, okay? It's stupid to me. It's so dumb. Anyway, I feel like it's one of the things where like you get more context to the scenes after you binge watch it, and waiting the week to week, you kind of lose that, if that makes sense. Because I want to watch the next episode to see like what the hell are they talking about, stuff like that. Especially with the cliffhanger, of course, you want to watch the next episode. But it's just I hate this week to week shit. It's so stupid. But that outside the point, that was kind of like the main thing for Fisk and stuff like that, where like he's trying to stop these gang wars from happening, and they keep the blood and like the visceral nature of the gangs in New York and stuff like that in this episode, which I thought was crazy. Dude got his head blown out, and it was all over his partner's face. It was crazy. So it was interesting to see that, and I'm kind of intrigued to see where that goes. Like both plot lines are very interesting. I'm not bored of one or the other when they go to one. And so the main plot line, which is the court of White Tiger, was basically like him trying to portray him being innocent. And it's kind of crazy because you see how corrupt the cops are in the show. How like they're like, oh, the witness can't make it to the trial and stuff like that. And then the witness kind of falls through and all stuff like that. It was like, oh, I like to see it, like, and to see how they're going to change this. And then when Matt Murdock pulled off the mask to White Tiger, I was like, yo. And like, I get what they were trying to do, but at the same time, I think it was more of it was kind of funny because like Matt Murdock was trying to tell him like, yo, you don't need the mask to help people, you don't need to do XYZ, how like everyone talks to him about it. It was funny seeing him on the other side of that, trying to explain to him like, oh, you won't miss it as much and all that stuff, and it still led to him putting the mask on later, right? Which we'll get to that moment as is. But it's kind of like ridiculous to a degree where it's like you exposing this man for him being a superhero immediately puts a target on him and his family, because now you have, not only do you know that there are corrupt cops trying to get him off the streets, they're willing to murder witnesses to keep him off, the supply their agenda for like, oh, vigilantes are, or he's a bad guy, he's a cop killer type thing. So what makes you think is the best idea? I know it got him out, like it got him a non-guilty verdict, but to be a little bit naive to say like, oh, see this guy get a mask to everyone and everyone in the community knows him, is a little bit naive to say like, oh, he's gonna stop cold turkey and not pursue being the hero that he says is a calling to him and stuff like that. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, you, like, Matt, in your shoes, if you got exposed for being Daredevil, you would still the next day go out there and try to help people because that's what you do. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think you'll stop either. And it kind of led to the thing that happened at the end of the episode where you see White Tiger, he gets out, and it's obvious when you hear it, it's like the same thing. It was like, oh, they're baiting him into being the hero, like calling him, you know what I mean, like there's a lady screaming, and he runs, he looks around, he gets shot in the back of the head, and it's such a crazy like ending where like obviously it was leaked to me because people had background scenes leaked or whatever, and that was one of the things that got leaked out, where it was like someone wearing a Punisher skull shoots him in the back of the head, but it still caught me off guard seeing it of like, whoa. And then seeing the skull as it fades to black, it's like, yo, that's kind of crazy. And it's funny, people on social media are having fun with it. It's like, Punisher's a murderer, and how dare Frank did it? And everyone's like, oh, Frank didn't do it. My Frank wouldn't do this. This and the third is funny. But you can kind of see how this ties into Punisher coming back and him going up against crooked cops, I guess. Is that what they're going to lead to? Because there are scenes that were showed in trailers and stuff like that of them fighting SWAT members that were breaking into buildings and stuff like that. And Punisher had his full gear on. So I wonder where it's going to lead to and how it builds up and how does this tie into with Fisk and Muse. And so I am very excited to see where this thing goes. And so I'm ready for the next episode. I'm liking where it goes so far. It's still... I'm scared because they could also fall on his face, but so far so good. So let me know what y'all think on episode 3 of Daredevil. If you like it, you didn't like it, I'll be in the comments, and I'm out. Peace.